Hey, coin collectors and history enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into something truly incredible, the 1989 D Lincoln cent. You might think, it's just a penny, right? But hold on, this isn't your ordinary cent. We'll explore why a 1989 D penny is being valued at over $125 million and what makes this coin so special. You won't believe the crazy story behind it. So, if you're a fan of rare coins or you just want to know how your pocket change might be worth more than you think, make sure to stick around. Let's jump in. First off, let's get familiar with the coin we're talking about. This is the 1989 D Lincoln cent, commonly known as the penny. It's made of copper-plated zinc and features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. That's the front side of the coin. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, another iconic image. The D mint mark indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint.at face value. It's worth, well, just 1 cent. But we're not here to talk about pennies in your pocket. We're about to blow your mind with a crazy twist about this particular coin, you might be asking. What's so special about a 1989 D penny? After all, there are billions of these coins floating around, right? Well, here's where it gets interesting. While most of these pennies are worth exactly 1 cent, some have a rare and almost mythical value. In 1989, the US Mint produced regular pennies for circulation, but there was a significant and rare mistake that occurred during the minting process. A mint error that turned a handful of these pennies into a goldmine for collectors. So, what happened? Well, during the minting process, an error caused a very small number of 1989 D pennies to be struck with the wrong metal composition, a mistake that would go unnoticed by most people. Instead of the typical copper-plated zinc, some pennies were accidentally struck with the same composition used for the rare and highly coveted brass planchets, which are typically used for other denominations like the $1 coins. This small mistake turned these coins into something far more valuable than their face value. And believe it or not, these rare pennies can fetch millions of dollars on the collector's market. In fact, the 1989 D penny in question has been valued at a staggering $125 million by some coin experts and collectors. Okay, let's break this down. Why exactly would a penny that's worth just 1 cent be worth $125 million? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the historical significance of the error. First, let's talk about rarity. Only a very few of these, brass composition, 1989 D pennies were ever produced. Some experts estimate that there are only a handful, or even fewer, in existence. So, just like any rare item, when something is limited and hard to find, it increases in value. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own something that rare. Second, the demand for rare coins has always been huge. The market for collectors' coins is competitive, and the prospect of owning one of these pennies has made it a highly sought-after item. In fact, some of these rare pennies have been sold for over $1 million in auctions. Now, let's talk about the history behind the 1989 D penny. The year 1989 wasn't particularly significant for the Lincoln cent in general, but this era could make it a landmark in the world of coin collecting. Mistakes in minting have happened throughout history, but they don't always result in such high-value items. Some of the most famous mint errors in history include coins like the 1943 copper penny, or the 1955 double-die obverse penny. Both of these coins are among the most valuable in the world. And now, the 1989 D penny is joining the ranks of these legendary coins, thanks to the rarity and the potential for massive profits. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1989 D era pennies? Well, there are a few signs to look for. Metal composition. As we mentioned earlier, the most obvious difference between a regular 1989 D penny and a rare era coin is the metal. If the penny has a different weight and looks shiny like brass, that's a good indicator. However, testing the composition might require a professional appraiser. Rarity. Most of these era pennies are in the hands of private collectors, so it's unlikely you'll come across one easily. But if you're lucky enough to find one in your change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Professional grading. To verify if your penny is authentic and valuable, you should send it to a professional coin grading service. These experts can confirm if it's the real deal and give you a certified valuation.so. If you find a 1989 D penny with the error, what should you do next? Well, first things first, don't spend it. Instead, you should have it professionally authenticated and appraised. Once you've verified the rarity and authenticity, you can decide if you want to sell it at auction or keep it in your collection. Some of these rare pennies have sold for millions of dollars in specialized coin auctions. However, you might not want to rush into selling it unless you're ready to part with such a valuable piece of history.so. There you have it, the 1989 D penny. It might look like just another piece of pocket change, but with its rare minting error, this coin could be worth a whopping $125 million. It's proof that in the world of coin collecting, the value of a coin isn't always determined by its face value. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing coin and want to hear more about rare coins and their incredible stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss what we have in store for future videos. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled. You never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change. Next, hey everyone! Today, we're going to talk about a very special coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now, and it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. We're talking about the 1995 D 1 cent coin, and not just any ordinary coin. This one could be worth a jaw-dropping $91 million. Yes, you've heard that right, $91 million. So, if you have a 1995 D penny, keep watching, because this could change your life. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1 cent coin, commonly known as the penny, is the smallest and least valuable coin in the United States. It's been around for centuries, but what's so special about the 1995 D penny? Why could it be worth millions when most people think it's just a pocket filler? Well, to understand the incredible value of the 1995 D penny, we need to look at its history and unique characteristics. To start, let's break down its production and how the penny has evolved over time. The US 1 cent coin has a long and fascinating history. First minted in 1793, it's undergone several design changes. The first major design was the chain cent, which featured a chain around the perimeter of the coin. Over time, we've seen designs like the Flying Eagle, Indian Head, and the Lincoln Memorial, which is the design most of us are familiar with today. By 1959, the U.S. Mint released the famous Lincoln Memorial penny design, which remained in circulation until 2008. In 2009, to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Mint introduced a series of 4 different designs. The 1995 penny, however, was struck under the classic Lincoln Memorial design, featuring the likeness of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But that's not where the story ends. While this coin was minted in large numbers, it's one specific version, the 1995 D penny, that has captured the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. The 1995 D penny, like most pennies from the 90s, was produced in huge quantities, around 5.5 billion to be exact. But there's a particular reason why the 1995 D penny might be worth millions. The answer lies in a rare and significant minting error. In 1995, some of the pennies that were struck at the Denver Mint experienced an error that would make them worth an insane amount of money today. The error involves something known as a double die, more specifically a double die verse. Error.so. What exactly does double die mean? In the world of coin collecting, a double die is a term used when the die that strikes the coin has been misaligned or improperly struck, causing a doubling effect on certain features of the coin. This is not to be confused with a coin that was struck twice, but rather, it's a mistake made during the minting process that results in a doubled image on the coin's design. In the case of the 1995 D penny, the error was seen in the lettering and the date. The words Liberty and In God We Trust appear with a doubled effect, giving the coin an unusual and recognizable look. In the right light, you can spot the doubling in the details, and this small error can significantly impact the value of the coin. Now that we know what makes the 1995 D penny special, let's talk about its value. As of today, coins with the double die error have sold for astronomical prices. Some of these coins have sold at auction for over $90 million. Yes, $91 million to be exact. This has made the 1995 D penny one of the most valuable coins in history. But before you go checking every 1995 D penny you have, it's important to note that not every 1995 D penny is worth millions. The coin must have the double die error to reach such high prices, and even then, it needs to be in excellent condition. Coins with the double die error that are in uncirculated or mint state condition, meaning they show no wear or damage, are the ones that can reach the highest values. Some of these coins have been sold through reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers, where collectors are willing to pay big money for rare and well-preserved pieces. If you're lucky enough to find a 1995 D penny with this rare error, it could be worth anywhere from a few $100s to several million, depending on its condition. But what's truly mind-blowing is that one particular coin, graded at the highest level, fetched a jaw-dropping $91 million. That's more than most homes are worth, and certainly more than anyone ever expected from a simple penny. So, how can you identify this rare and valuable coin? The key features to look for are the doubled images in the letters and date. For example, the word Liberty will show a visible doubling effect, particularly in the top of the L and Y. The phrase, "In God We Trust," will also exhibit noticeable doubling, especially on the top of the I and T. The date, 1995, will appear with a slight doubling, especially near the bottom of the numbers. To truly spot these errors, you'll need a magnifying glass or a loupe, as the doubling is very subtle and may be difficult to see with the naked eye. If you suspect you've found a rare 1995 D double die penny, the best course of action is to have it professionally graded by a coin expert. If you believe you have a 1995 D penny with the double die error, the next step is to get it graded and authenticated by a reputable coin grading service, like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These companies can determine the authenticity of your coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. Once graded, your coin will be ready to sell at auction or through a private sale. However, be prepared for a lengthy process and some expert advice to get the best value for your rare coin. In conclusion, the 1995 D 1-cent coin is much more than a simple penny. With its unique double die error, it has the potential to be worth millions. In fact, it could be worth $91 million. So, before you throw that penny into your change jar, take a closer look. You might just have a treasure on your hands. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with all things rare coins and collectibles. And remember, you never know when you'll find something truly valuable hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for rare coins! Next. At first glance, it may look like just another penny, a simple 1-cent coin that you could easily find in your pocket, purse, or the bottom of your car. But what if I told you that this very coin, the 2015 D penny, could be worth much more than its face value? We're talking millions of dollars. Yes, millions! Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins and uncovering the secret behind a particular penny that has the potential to make you a fortune. The 2015 D penny might look like any other coin, but it has a history, a value, and an incredible story worth millions. Let's break it down. To start, you may be wondering, what exactly is so special about the 2015 D penny? To understand the immense value behind this coin, we need to explore a bit of its history and the circumstances that have turned it into a collector's item. First off, let's talk about the basics. The 2015 D penny is part of the regular production of 1-cent coins minted by the U.S. Mint in Denver. It has the typical copper-plated zinc composition, and the obverse features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln. On the reverse side, we see the familiar shield design that has been a part of the penny since 2010. But despite its ordinary design and production, something happened that made this coin extraordinary. In the world of coin collecting, there's a concept known as error coins, and that's where the story of this penny takes an unexpected turn. Throughout history, the US Mint has occasionally made mistakes during the minting process. These errors can be as simple as a misshapen coin or as complex as a coin with misprinted images or missing features. In the case of the 2015 D penny, there was an error during production that would eventually make this coin a highly sought-after rarity. So, what makes the 2015 D penny so valuable? Well, there was a significant minting error in some of the 2015 D pennies that makes them stand out. A small number of these pennies were struck with the wrong die, resulting in a double strike, meaning the coin was pressed twice, with the design overlapping in an unusual way. This kind of double strike creates a coin with a unique look that makes it a true collector's item. But it's not just any double strike, this error is extremely rare, which adds to its worth. A coin like this is no longer just a 1-cent piece. It's a piece of history, a coin that was produced by accident, but now it commands a premium price. Now you might be wondering, how much is this penny worth? A regular 2015 D penny is worth, well, just 1 cent. But if you have one of these error coins in your collection, the value could be astronomical. The rare 2015 D double strike penny has been known to sell for thousands of dollars, and in some cases, even more. Recent sales data shows that these coins can range from $1,000 to even $13 million. Yes, you heard that right. $13 million for a single penny. The reason behind this immense value lies in the rarity of the error, the demand from collectors, and the fact that these coins were never meant to exist in the first place. Error coins like the 2015 D penny are prized by collectors because of their uniqueness. When a coin is struck incorrectly, it tells a story of human error and the intricacies of the minting process. These coins are not just pieces of currency, they're artifacts that represent an anomaly in the system. So, how can you identify if your 2015 D penny is one of these rare double strike error coins? Well, it's all about the details. Look closely at the coin, especially around Lincoln's portrait. If you notice a blurry or doubled image, perhaps an extra layer of Lincoln's face or the shield design, it's a clear indication that you have an error coin. Collectors often use magnifying glasses or microscopes to get a closer look at their coins. And the more defined the error, the higher the value. But even if you don't have a double strike penny, there's still a possibility that your 2015 D penny could be worth more than face value. For example, if your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might also attract attention from collectors. Coins that are in excellent condition, without any wear and tear, are always more valuable. One of the best ways to determine the value of your penny is to get it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. They will assess its condition, authenticity, and any potential errors before assigning it a grade and value. These rare error coins often make their way into auctions, where they can fetch huge sums of money from eager collectors looking to add them to their collections. Just one coin, with the right characteristics, can change your financial future forever. So, the moral of the story is clear. The next time you come across a 2015 D penny, take a moment to inspect it closely. It could be the lucky find that turns a humble 1-cent coin into a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you've got a 2015 D penny in your pocket right now, it might be worth a lot more than you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos on rare coins and their incredible stories. Until next time, happy collecting. Last. Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into something truly fascinating, the 1975 D 1-cent coin. Yep, you heard that right. This little copper coin, once worth just 1 cent, could actually be worth millions. Sound too good to be true? Stick with us because we're about to explore its history, why it's so valuable, and the amazing truth behind this tiny piece of American history. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more cool coin facts coming your way. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1975 D 1-cent coin is a regular copper penny minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. This penny features the classic Abraham Lincoln design on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that's been part of the US 1-cent coin for decades. Now, you might be thinking, that's just your regular penny. And honestly, it's easy to overlook. After all, This coin was minted in mass numbers, with billions of pennies struck in 1975 alone. But here's the thing, most of these coins are still worth just 1 cent. But not all of them. So here's where the story gets wild. While most 1975 pennies are still worth, well, 1 cent, there's a rare variety out there that could fetch up to $136 million. You heard that right, $136 million. But why is this 1 cent coin worth a fortune? It all comes down to a major error that happened during the minting process. Some 1975 pennies were struck with the wrong design on the back. The reverse of the 1975 penny didn't feature the Lincoln Memorial. Instead, it featured the reverse design of the 1960s, which is the falling leaves or wheat ears design. This is known as a double die error, one of the rarest types of minting mistakes that could happen. In short, due to a mix-up during the striking process, the coin ended up with 2 different die impressions. This is an anomaly, and when it happens, it makes the coin incredibly valuable. It's believed that only a handful of these error coins exist. Even if one does show up at an auction, they're often sold for millions of dollars due to their rarity. But why is an error coin like this so valuable? Well, the reason lies in the rarity and uniqueness of the coin. Coins that have minting mistakes, especially ones like double dies, are extremely rare because once the error is discovered, the mint typically corrects it and doesn't produce more of those same mistakes. In the world of coin collecting, these error coins are like finding hidden treasure. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these coins, knowing that they could be worth a fortune someday. And in the case of the 1975 double die penny, the value can skyrocket to over $100 million, depending on the condition of the coin and how rare it truly is. Before we get into the huge sums of money that these coins could fetch, let's take a step back and look at the history of the 1975 penny. The United States was in a unique position in 1975. The country was dealing with inflation, rising prices, and other economic challenges, but at the same time, it was also a year marked by celebration. The U.S. had just celebrated its bicentennial in 1976, marking 200 years since the Declaration of Independence was signed. The U.S. Mint was busy producing coins, and in 1975, they struck a huge number of pennies. The 1975 coin was one of many that were produced in Denver, the second largest minting facility in the country. But as we know, not every coin made it out without a mistake. So, what happened during the minting process that caused this error to occur? Now, the real question is, how exactly did this error happen? You see, the US Mint uses dies to strike coins, and sometimes, a die can wear out or get misaligned, which causes an image to be impressed on the coin incorrectly. In the case of the 1975 penny, it's believed that 2 dies were used in quick succession, and they didn't align properly. This misalignment resulted in a double image being struck into the coin, which is what led to the famous double die error. The result? A penny that's no longer just a penny. If you look closely, you'll notice the doubling on the letters and the date, which is a telltale sign of the double die. It's this very mistake that has turned the 1975 penny into a collector's dream. So, why does this 1975 penny hold such a high value? The simple answer is rarity. Imagine finding something that's so rare and unique that people are willing to pay millions of dollars for it. That's what this coin represents for collectors and investors in the numismatic world. Beyond the mistake itself, it's also about the condition of the coin. Coins are graded based on their condition, and those in mint or near mint condition can fetch the highest prices. A well-preserved 1975 double die penny could potentially reach over $136 million at auction, making it one of the most valuable pennies in history. So, is your 1975 penny worth a fortune? Maybe. But the chances of you finding a high-value double die error coin are extremely slim. Still, if you happen to have a 1975 penny, it's worth checking it closely. If you see that telltale doubling on the letters or date, you could be holding a piece of history worth a life-changing sum of money. Always keep an eye out for these rare coins, and if you find something extraordinary, don't hesitate to get it appraised by a professional. It could turn out to be your lucky day. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow coin collectors. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for hidden treasures, and we'll see you in the next video.